The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and today we're going to talk about the July new moon that is going to be in the sign of Cancer, and it arrives July 9th, 10th, depending on where you are. So you want to check your local time zone to see when it comes into play, but you should start to be feeling a little more optimistic right about now, because I find that this moon is loaded with it. It has motivation, it's about our intentions, and we want to lift our spirits. We want to be more optimistic about things. That's what I'm noticing. I've been feeling that, and then just listening to others, I'm noticing there's a lot more people feeling the same way. So that's great. So here's the thing. This is about setting intentions. So if we used an affirmation for this moon, it would be, I set my intentions for success. I set my intentions for success. Or, I am setting my intentions for success. I am always adds a little bit of extra power. I lead with my heart fearlessly. And why are we talking about leading with the heart? For a lot of us, we feel like, no, we have to be logical, we got to use our mind. But heart-centered choices are becoming more of a focus as we move into this new energy and this new world that we're living in. So it's just very, very different. Now, if we're about setting intentions, this is a brand new chapter, a completely new chapter that has changed everything. We're turning a leaf. We have opportunity to do things better. We have an opportunity to change it up. It's a new chapter moving forward with this moon. This is rolling in with this energy. We just went through recent eclipse, and an eclipse is going to highlight and pull up all the things that need rebirthing, so to speak, in your life. So we went through that. June was tense. We're coming out of that with a bit of a sigh of relief now, moving into this energy with this new moon. A new moon is all about new beginnings. So this is the type of energy that you would focus your intentions on what you want to manifest. This is one of the most opportune times, if you work with moon energy, to manifest, is a new moon. So you want to work with that. We also have, it's a time to heal. It's a time to refresh. It's just a whole new chapter of life. So I'm really excited about this one because it's so positive and upbeat, and we all are ready for some good news, right? And that's what this one's about. It will address some of the deeper healing that we need to do, because Chiron is showing a presence with this moon. Chiron is in the asteroid family, and it is also called the wounded healer. It brings up those deeper, maybe generational, ancestral, deeper wounds that maybe have been around for just a very long time. It brings up things that are more difficult to let go of, but they're coming up, and it helps us to heal those and let those go as well. We have in a couple of weeks a full moon, which is all about releasing, but this one is about manifesting. And for those that follow this, I've been working, and I just released it yesterday on my site. It's live now, so you can go over and grab it now. This is going to carry you through every moon cycle from here on out, but it's all about strengthening your manifesting skills with moon cycles. It comes with a planner, a journal. It has a lot of information in the journal about which ones to use, how to do it. It's a great guide. It's printable. You can download it. You can work with it that way. And it comes with 5 lessons to really get you educated to enhance what you're already trying to do. Because sometimes we feel like, okay, I want to manifest this, I want to do this. So what I did was I put in something you could do over a weekend, or do 1 lesson a week, 1 lesson a day, or do them quickly. But because the moon's coming in tomorrow and in the next day or so, I really pushed hard yesterday to get this one out for you, and it's over there. So you want to check it out. If you're in my YouTube stream, I do have the link that takes you straight to it in the description for the show today. It's in the Learning Center if you just go straight over to the website. So there you go. So I've got that out for you, but that's something that doesn't expire. It's not just this moon. It will work with all of them every time you want to do something with manifesting. So it's a great little tool and gives you some good guidelines to work through it. Now, let's move on with this, because this is good stuff. So if it's a time to heal, a time to refresh, begin a new chapter, when you're working with manifesting with the new moon, you want to think about, what is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to be successful in? What is it you want to do? You know, you want to be specific with that. And it'll help ease in releasing the wounds, like I said before. So why is this? Now, this is a little bit of a sensitive moon, but not in a bad way. This one is in the sign of Cancer. That's represented by the crab. And it's pretty easy to decipher why. The crab has a soft inside that is representing that sensitive inner self, that side of you. This is a water sign. It's more, can be emotional. It's a very protective sign as well. The outer shell protects that inside that's so sensitive, because this sign is also very nurturing. It wants to protect family and home. It's going to protect you on the inside as well. So you may feel that you feel a little sensitive about some things, and then you're going to feel a little protective about them. That's probably why. And if you are in that sign, you can really feel it that way too. So it is time to lead with the heart, and this is associated with that. We're also, we've been talking about Leo and the fearlessness. It's time to lead with the heart fearlessly. Your heart's passions, that's your soul's voice. That's the truest part of you. Those things that you really want, that you take to heart, that you really want to do. Those things, we worked with that last week. Remember the exercise, like if you had nothing that was in the way, what would you do? And we had a great experience with that last week. So this is a moon to take some time with, work with, because it's going to bring out the inner aspects of you, the true side of you, but it's also the fearless inner warrior. It's that inside part of you that just really wants to just do this without worrying about any backlash. You don't want to do anything that makes you feel like you're making decisions out of fear. You want to make them from a place in love. You want to make them from a place that's from the heart. That's what this is about. So, if you were to ask yourself, what intentions would set you on this new path successfully? What would you say? What would you write down? Another one would be, what qualities do you want to embrace? Those are things to keep in mind with this. So that's what we're talking about. That's a bit of an overview, and I'm going to go a little more into a deeper explanation of things, and then at the second half of the show, we'll take some questions and do some readings if you like. So let me say hello and welcome to everyone showing up in the live chat. Hello to you guys. It's great to see you there. Robin, Megan, Beth, Great to see you guys. Ready to release the wounds. Robin's saying, yes, absolutely. Been feeling the need to leave space and time this month to work through stuck emotions. Well, this moon will help with that. This one's good. This one's about manifesting. So we want to manifest the healing. Think about it that way. We want to manifest the healing. If you work with crystals, a great crystal to work with this moon, I love rose quartz because it represents love, and any type of quartz, clear quartz. Rose quartz is very healing in as far as the love, self-love, receiving love, allowing love to flow out of you and then to flow back, things like that. And it works well with this sign, this sensitive side, because this side of you, it wants the nurturing, which is coming from a place of love. So I recommend that one. I like that one for this particular energy. Clear quartz is a great all-purpose, whatever you have going on. That one works great too. So because we're working with manifesting, we're working to keep our focus optimistic. And there's things here that help us do that. So if you were to look back, and we're looking at this new lunar cycle, like I said, it'll begin the July 9th to 10th. And it is a welcome break from the eclipse season. So the eclipse season, if you think back in the last month, like the month of June, last couple of months, maybe last month and a half, it'll give you a clue as to what was coming up for you. Because eclipses bring it up to the surface, what you need to rebirth, restore, rejuvenate, heal, things like that. So think about that. That'll help you organize where you're going. If you were to use the Moon Planner Journal that I have, that we just put live on the site yesterday, go look at it. It's very detailed, and it'll walk you through things. It's got lots of tips and hints in there too. If you were to think about what the eclipse did, it closed the doors. It opens doors and closes doors. It closes doors on things that we're done. No more of that. It's got to go away. You got to let it go. Don't try to reopen that door. Let it close, because it's going to open another door for you. It's going to open another pathway for you. This is what can shake our lives up a little bit when we're resistant, when doors are closing and we're not ready for that one to close, or we're like, wait. You know, we're trying to hold on. We want new things to come in, but we don't want to let go of old things sometimes. The universe has a way of making sure that one thing will go away, and so sometimes these eclipse seasons can feel a little bumpier like that. That was all last month. That's what we were experiencing. I'm giving you that overview of where we are now, but you need to look at what came up for you then. So now, once we have gone onto the new and higher path that the eclipse has opened up for us, it's opening up these new directions for us. Now, when we come into this new July moon in Cancer, it represents the very first steps, the very first stage, the very first stepping stone into the new journey, the new chapter, the new pathway, the new lifestyle, the new job, the new everything. This can apply to just about any area of life that's coming up for you. It'll be different for different people. And as we set ourselves onto this new path, it will open up opportunities while we are setting intentions. So we set these intentions with this new moon. Now opportunities start to open up because we're being clear with the universe. We're being clear on what we want to do. And then we are being clear about what we want to embody moving into this new chapter of our life. So I love this kind of work because it's enjoyable. It's things that you want to bring in. It's exciting and it's fun to work with the energies that are optimistic, because we do a lot of going through the pain, you know, and letting go and shedding a tear, yes. But we are also clearing and moving through things with a new moon as well, because we're allowing these new doors to open for us. We just need to be clear. Now, in that new course that I just put on the website, it will, and the planner, it helps and guides you on how to write your affirmations, how to be clear with them, how to set them, when to do it, all kinds of stuff. It has a little bit of everything in it. And but it's simple. It's to the point. This is what I need, because we all lead busy lives, and we just need some guidelines. Okay, this is what I want to do. All right, this is awesome. Now you've got some checklists. Now you can get organized with what you want to manifest. And each month you can clarify. We had the abundance calendar. This is also going to work well with the abundance calendar or the abundance course, but this is being more specific to strengthen and intensify it with the moon. So if you were to take a moment and just visualize or ponder on what you want to embrace, what you want to be very clear about. These are the things you want to write down and think about. You want to stay organized. Journal this. You want to know. You want to be clear. Because if these energies were flowing through you and they were intensifying what you're focusing on, it's going to just flow so much easier. It will just flow through and out for you. So I really like that. Now, the Cancer sign is very compassionate as well. So you might feel that compassion. You might feel that sensitivity. You'll feel that protectiveness. You'll feel that loyalty, things like that. But you could be kind of tough if you feel like something's hurting that sensitive side, that soft side of you. You don't want nothing to hurt that. So you're going to be wanting to watch the lashing out part. Sometimes we do that. But working with this moon, what I love is that you can have that interior, sensitive, intuitive side of your heart's passion protected by the outer shell, like we're talking about. Think of that outer shell as like the shielding that we talk about with energy. So you're protecting that what you hold dear to your heart. You don't want to feel like it just gets stepped all over. And I understand, that happens out in the world. But we need to be fearless about, people are going to be the way they are if they want to be, and then there's going to be people that support. But we don't want every reaction from another to affect us or ruin what we're trying to do. We want to stay in our focus and stay within our grasp and know that we're not the opinion of others. We're going to be the opinion of what we set out and believe about ourselves. That's a really big deal here. A real important one. It's a self-love, and it's a standing firm to what is right for you. So I like that about it. So if you were to think about what makes you feel safe and secure, what would that be? This moon energy will help you think about ways to help you feel more secure as well. This is just natural for this sign to have you go that way. I mean, home is wherever you land. If you think about it, the crab carries his home with him everywhere he goes, the shell on his back. Home is where the heart is. Making those choices from the heart. The heart is the center here. That's the most powerful energy ever within you. So you don't want to doubt that. You don't want to, second guess that and like, no, And you'll see that out there in the world sometimes, but no, you don't want to do that. Because you want to feel at home and feel accepted. So that begins with you accepting yourself and feeling comfortable in your own skin, in your own shell. You see, you want to embrace where you're going to be next. You want to embrace the journey, the adventure of, wow, I know what I want. I'm not quite sure how I'll end up getting there, but I'm open to the possibilities and the options. That's a good mindset to have with this one. You don't want to feel like you have to believe every single thing out there that's maybe not right for you. You need to believe what's right for yourself. if you want to feel love and peace, this is a shift in a new moon that will help you feel the love and peace on the inside. Then that takes and carries over to the outer world for you. It's the inner and the outer world that you'll be working with in this moon. So there's a few things in this moon that I'm going to address. There's a couple of things that kind of bring some tension and sensitivity, but working with this moon will help nurture that self-love. Self-love will be a focal point here as well, because you're trying to set your intentions. It makes a lot of sense that you would be working with self-love if this is a moon for setting intentions for the next chapter, a brand new direction. So if you had sensitive energies and you're feeling something triggering you, you want to take note of what that might be. Just be aware of which ones are doing that for you, because you'll be working to heal those as well. And you'll also notice different energies from different things that are aligning out there, because we have what's called a T-square. That's 3 planets in a configuration in the shape of a T to each other. And that is Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. So that's a lot of intense energy there in a T-square, so to speak. And because we've been working with this one already, leading up to this, you might feel a little bit of that tension from that. That's what that energy was that we have been feeling. What's great is this moon helps us heal and release whatever came up with that. It also, though, there's another side to the T-squares. They bring up this inspiration for action. They really trigger us in a positive way to take action that can feel frustrating at times, because maybe we want to go faster than it's laying out to be. We might feel a little frustrated with that, but it's still wanting, it's working to ignite action. You've got Mars in there, right? You got Saturn, the stern teacher, things like that. And then you have Uranus upset in the apple cart. So, but it's to help you fine-tune what you're doing, because you'll be very clear. Yes, not that anymore, or yes, this now. This is where I want to change it. These are important. They can also, a T-square can also trigger, you know, a breaking point, like enough's enough. I'm done. That's your end point, because that's a closure. And you'll be clear on what that is. So there's a benefit to that. Sometimes, you know, when we're trying to work out what needs to go away, it can feel a little stressful. But it's important to free us so we can move forward. So these are going to be big breakthroughs that come through with that. This opens up, oh my gosh, there it is. That's what I've been needing to do. Things like that. That's important stuff. So if you're feeling that energy, just know that you're going to be focusing on going inside. Remember the crab, you're going to go inside to that part of you, that intuitive part of you, that inner warrior that's fearless. And then that's where you want to listen to what feels right for you to do next. That's what you want to question. Do I really want to lead my life moving forward from a place of love or a place of fear? That's a big one right there. There's things that we do all the time. We make decisions out of fear or panic. This is asking us to stand up and take a stand and lead from love, lead from what feels right for us. It's a very different kind of experience. And I remember the first few times I really felt like that was where I was making choices. They were big deal choices. They were scary, but at the same time, oh my gosh, I wouldn't change a thing. I would do it again because it was the right choices. So those are just things to think about with this moon. Another one that I do want to address is the energy of Chiron. And I mentioned that earlier. Chiron's an asteroid known as the Wounded Healer. But this one is also known to bridge us. It causes a bridge. It creates a bridge between this reality and the next, or one state of consciousness and another. So it acts as a bridge, like which one do you want to be in, that type of thing. And it's a very deep wound healing energy that comes in with a new moon. So here we've got new moons, new beginnings, new manifesting. It's optimistic, and then we have some of that little heavier stuff, but it's going to feel easier to let it go because you're going to be ready to let it go. You're just going to be done. That's what all that T-square and all this other energy that was tense, or maybe the unexpected changes that have happened in our life, that happened in the last couple of months or last 6 months, that's brought it up for, you know what? Yeah, no, I really do want to make a change. And you'll be firm about it. You won't be, well, yeah, maybe. No, you'll feel more assertive and sure. This is how that type of energy is helping us. You will probably find that you're going to view those deeper wounds that come up for healing from a different perspective. A perspective that'll go, you know what? Yeah, I'm really ready to let that one go. I'm going to move on. That's good. That's a strength and wisdom perspective that has been given to us as a gift under that energy with Chiron. And there might be hurt, there might be sadness, but you're going to find that you can stand up and be strong through it. You'll find that you can move forward and be better than you were before. And that's amazing to me. I love that. That's a gift, because some things are really, really hard. I know. You may find that you're really ready to embrace that and go head on. That's the fearlessness. That's a self-love that's fearless into those dark corners that you know are in the way. That's good. And then we bring in this healing for ourselves, and then that passes on to other people that we affect in our lives, that we have relationships with. When you heal, that heals others. Whether they know it or not, whether you realize it came from that, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful gift in this. Might feel deep, might feel a little tense, but it's really worth it to address it, because you're manifesting for the new chapter. You don't want this lingering stuff to go with you. So this is an interesting moon where new moons are all about new beginnings and new everything, which is very much the focus here. And at the same time, let's just make sure we don't have anything under the rug that we need to get rid of. So it kind of gives you this overall, let's just make sure. And then you're going to go, I am so sure. I am so ready for this. And that's what I like about it. So if you're looking for healing energy in your life, you're ready to just move on for whatever reason that might be, you're going to want to welcome the energies of this new moon. This one's really going to help you. You want to set those intentions. Set those intentions for healing to flow through you, to flow through all of your chakras. I like focusing on it coming in from the crown and going all the way through all the chakras, all the way down to my bottom of my feet. Just let it fill your whole being with this energy. Just receive and accept it. Then you embrace this whole new lightness. You're coming from a place of love because you honored and respected where you are and what you need to feel safe, secure, to know that you've taken care of yourself. It's very important to do that, because when we can do that, now we have more love within us that we can send out into the world. So that's a big deal. So this is a welcome change. Overall, this moon, this energy has more optimism, a sigh of relief, believe it or not. I know I was talking about a couple of spots, but it does have a sigh of relief. It does have an energy that can help you move on and just be ready to go. Go with it. Just ready to go with it. Now, even if it stirs the tension and the triggers, You want to allow what it offers. It's offering healing breakthroughs. Think about that. Not just healing. We hear healing, healing. We're almost desensitized to the word, but a healing breakthrough. Those things that just have been difficult. So this one, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I've been feeling, yeah, I'm ready for this. So I got really excited, and that's why I wanted to get that course and that planner out for you, because it helps, because I'm going to be using it. It's just nice to get yourself organized and stay on track. The other thing is, it's going to help push you past all that fear. You're going to be ready to embrace and take action from a place of love. Remember, we want to lead from a place of love, not fear. So however you're feeling the energies on this moon, remember, self-love is going to be important. Nurturing the self, feeling safe within your home, knowing that home is always with you no matter where your heart is. Home is where the heart is. So that place of coming from the heart is always your home. That's your home beacon, so to speak. And know that this new path is being laid out before you, and it's going to listen to what your intentions are that you want to embrace moving forward. So that right there is a welcoming change. So let me go over and see how you guys are doing over in the chat. Hello, and thank you so much, Beth. Thank you. Support, thank you for the super chat over in YouTube. We appreciate that. Thank you. So does anybody, let's see, Robin was talking about feeling ready to release the wounds. So you've been feeling the need to leave space and time this month. Leave space and time this month to work through stuck emotions. Have you had any progress with that? Or do you feel that it's just, do you feel that sense of, I'm just ready. I'm just so ready for this. That's what I feel for you. And Beth, I feel that you are going to be finding that there's all these new revelations coming up for you. It's kind of interesting what I'm picking up for you. I mean, nobody's really actually asked me that, but I'm just hearing this. I feel like these new discoveries, these new, oh wow, didn't think of it that way. Oh wow, that's a cool opportunity. Things like that are popping up, I feel. But Robin, you might feel it heavy at first, but then it's going to move through. So this moon is really good for that. So has anybody out there that's listening, let me ask you a couple of questions. Has anybody out there worked with new moon energy before? Are you doing this on a regular basis? Is this new to you? What about writing your intentions out? What about that focus? These are things that take us deeper within ourselves when we start to journal and we're taking notes on what's coming from within us. It's a big deal. We'll feel sensitive about things. There's things we'll feel protective over. Don't be surprised by that. Sometimes when we get into that deeper sensitive water, those deeper waters, we can feel a lot more protective about what's important to us. So that's the energy of the crab. That makes sense. That makes sense with this moon. But you know, if you have Chiron triggering or bringing up those deeper ones, and then we have this intention like, no, we're done, you're just going to know exactly what they are, and you're going to be ready to let them go. I like that part a lot. Oh, you're welcome. Makes total sense. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling like there's just an interesting, Beth is saying it made sense to her. It just feels like revelations, like aha moments, or just things are going to just start opening up. And it's going to happen quickly. I feel like things are going to start to move quite quickly for you. It'll be exciting, invigorating energy, the kind that keeps you excited to the point where, okay, now I need to calm down and be able to sleep tonight because I'm so excited. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know what. I just feel activity. I feel a lot of activity for you. Thank you. I'm getting something for you. I'm getting that. Make sure you're eating well. You're going to be busier, so don't skip on health or diet because you need that energy. So something sounds interesting. That's kind of cool. It's got me curious. And let's see. And you're welcome. You're very welcome. Robin, yes, every day since July started has been easier and light. I've only recently started paying attention to the new moon. I feel more focused this month to pay attention. That's awesome. See, this stuff, you know, a lot of people look at it and go, oh, how does that work? What is that? Honestly, thoughts are energy, if you think about it. And when we have something that can help us focus, and then you do feel a little sense of, oh, it's a little easier this month. This is a great month to actually really get in there and feel it, because it'll be easier because of the optimism that's carrying in. Even though we got to go to look at deeper things, they'll be easier to look at. That's what I got out of it the most. Like, those things are really hard in our lives that we're like, oh, that one just really is hard for me to go there. It'll be easier because we need to, so we can get it out of the way. Because we got things to do in a new chapter. We've got a life to live. We've got new opportunities popping up. We've got things we want to do. And so that's the way I'm feeling it. I don't know if anybody else is. I was just curious if anybody's picking up on that. Let's see. Beth is saying, I've been approaching a problem totally wrong and it's changing. Yes, totally exciting. See, thank you, universe, for the clarity. I always ask for that, like clear messages when I'm reading. I wanted to make sure I was giving clear messages that were important and valuable for you guys. So you're letting go of approaching it totally wrong, or what wasn't working. I guess it's not right or wrong. It just wasn't working for you. And now it's embracing all these new, exciting, different ways to approach something. It's just like learning something brand new, because if we're so used to approaching something the same way all the time, and we don't understand why it doesn't change, it always reminds me of Albert Einstein. You can't solve a problem with the same mind that created it. So you want to look at it differently. You want to change the perspective. So that's exciting for you. I think that's awesome. Megan, any insight for me on any aspect of life? Megan, let's see. I'm feeling like you've been through a phase where this is what it feels like. It's kind of in a fog, to be honest, but it feels like it's just been blah. And you just want something to motivate you. Help me out. Let me know if I'm on track, because that's what I feel. I feel that you've just felt, but then things were starting to like, oh, that'll be exciting. But it was hard to, like, I want to be excited about something. I just feel like there's something you want to be excited about it. You've seen a couple things pop in. They're going to start to pop in more. But here's the thing, this moon can help you too, because you may be pulling out some of the lower humdrum blah vibe and refilling it with the excitement part. That's just what I'm feeling. I hope that made sense. Let me know. It takes a few minutes, about 15 seconds for the chat to catch up. So from after I've delivered it. So I will keep moving and then come back and forth. Let's see, Dalek. Hello, Dalek. You just popped in. I want to release all the wounds. However, it always comes back to me. My environment is always making me remember and live in and with those wounds. Okay. So for you, Michael, I'm asking Michael about that, because when we live in environments, we may not have a choice of our environment or the surroundings or the people or the energy. We have to practice how we wear the cloak. Like we have our spirit, that soft side within you. You might feel that a little bit more with this crab energy, because you're sensitive inside. You know how you want it. You can be in the best mood ever, and then it doesn't take much before it just, something from outside of you affects it. You're still letting outside energies absorb and affect where you are, is when that happens. So with the crab, you remember, it's an outer shell, or think of it as the protective shell or the protective energy bubble that we do sometimes in the show. And you feel protective of that, so you don't want to let it out or let people in that. But sometimes there's a crack, and sometimes it comes in because you are very empathic. I feel a lot of empathy for you, with you. I feel that. That's something that you will become stronger with as you work with it, because the practice would be, and for your intentions, if that were me, I would work with, you're staying focused, you're safe, you're in your energy, your shielding, your outer shell keeps outside energies from affecting your environment on the inside. That's going to be a focus. It's probably been for a bit for you, but I feel this one will probably amp up a little bit for you with this moon, but that would be a great one for you. You are an empath. Oh, I just saw that. I said that and then I just saw it. Okay, because I'm not looking at the screen when I'm looking at the camera, because it's over here. Let's see, where else are we? Wait a minute, a couple of them moved up. So work on the shell, because the empathy is what's happening. So this would be a good one for you to work with this, that you're releasing and you're strengthening how you can stay with your energy. And it's not even about anybody's fault, because a lot of people, they don't even realize that they're not trying. So a lot of times they're not. They're just not aware. Most of the time it is. So you're working on the inside to keep it that way. I understand that as an empath, especially for this gift that I'm picking up on you guys. I mean, how am I doing that? I'm picking up your energy. I am. And so I have to feel that and process that off too. And after every show, I have to clear. I have to clear to make sure I haven't kept any of it. I know, because it's just, if I cut it all off, now I don't have the gift of the intuitive readings that I'm doing for you. And then because they're very connected to that part of me. And then at the same time, I don't want to keep it. So it's a practice of learning how to do that. So I do understand. So let me keep moving. Beth says, and it's across the board work and especially relationship, amazing. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, great. So I picked up on that pretty good. I think your helper helps me see that, because I'm telling you, your energy comes in strong a lot. Let's see, how can I become an energy healer? You know what? We all are. We all are. It's an intention, and focusing with your thought energy is a good way to start. Honestly, that's a quick answer for a big question. They're like, that's why I feel stuck and nothing is taking off in my life. Everything is slower than okay. Yeah. You're probably going to need to you're going to need to be focusing on making sure you clear more often. I would say at least once a day, clear. If it's a heavy day with a lot going on, clear every time you're feeling it. I mean, there's nothing, you can't clear too much. You can't clear too much. Gosh, sometimes I have to do it 3 or 4 times a day. And as you practice it, and as you practice these intentions that, nope, that's not mine, that's somebody else's, let it go, it becomes easier and it becomes more automatic. It'll be a lot easier. So as you work with it, because I remember when I didn't, oh my goodness, I was getting sick. I mean, yeah, so you just have to practice it. So Megan, yes, I'm having trouble finding what I'm passionate about. Okay, picked up on that then. All right, also looking for new direction in my career. Okay, yeah, you're in the fog. That's what it feels like, Megan. I feel like you're in the fog. The fog part is the space in between. I want you to look at the foggy area in a different perspective. It's not, sometimes we're impatient. Sometimes we are ready for something else, but we're in that in-between space. And we don't know what to do with ourselves when we're in the in-between space, because there's nothing that we want to go back to, and we don't know where we're going forward. This would be a good intention for you with this new moon, that you find clarity in the directions and that the doors are opening and that you can see them clearly on the direction that you're going. And as in particular for the career, I would recommend asking Archangel Chamuel to help you with that, and Michael. Michael, both of those are great for career choices or career counseling, so to speak. Chamuel is very peaceful and calm, and also one step at a time. Sometimes we get impatient. We want to read the end of the book before we even know what's going on in the plot. You know, I get that. I've done that too. You're like, I just want to hurry up and get there. Shortcut. Sometimes with this work, there is no shortcut. We have to do the work and apply ourselves. So intentions are going to be super important with this new moon. So remember, that's another reason. That's why I did the course and got it out yesterday. I pushed really hard to get it out for you, because it'll help you write them and fine tune them. If you want to learn how to do energy work, that's the intention that you want to put out there. Let's see. I'm just watching, making sure I'm seeing this. Okay, so Delek is verifying, yes, she is an empath. Kind of hard for me to keep my energy in the same level. You will probably just naturally have to clear more often. I do. I have to make sure, after I've been in a group of people, that I just don't go forgetting about it. I have to make sure I've cleared it off. And sometimes you don't realize you absorbed it until later. Honestly, when I started to really take that a lot more seriously, I'm going to give this to anybody that goes through this. When I started to take that more seriously and make it a priority to clear more, my physical health, emotions, everything, mental, all of it, just my whole being, everything changed. And I know when I forget, trust me, and immediately it's like, nope. Remember, you got so busy you forgot to clear. Oh, no. It's one of the most important things that I do as an empathic, intuitive person, especially working with lots of energy and working with people. And I'm out there working with people that are trying to figure out things, and they may have some things going on. So yeah, and you may just go shopping one day and feel something. Places, things hold energy. Energy is in everything. And so when you feel like it's affecting you, that intention of, nope, that's not mine, clear it off. And it's not about being mad at anybody, because a lot of times they don't even know. They're not trying to do it. It just happens. They're in a different place. But their place, their mindset is toxic for you, and it affects you. So that's what you want to do. It's really a priority is what I'm seeing for you. Like every day, even more than once a day. And you are welcome, absolutely welcome. Yeah, that's gonna be the big job for you, I think, in the next, I see 6 months of taking that really seriously to get something implemented. It doesn't take that long to get a pattern going, and you should, if you really dedicate yourself as a priority for regular clearing like that, you should see results very, very quickly. When we first start to do it, it can sometimes feel like a lot of emotions are pouring out, and then it eases up, and then you just start to find your footing. Yes, you will. So you're getting really bad migraines, especially with energy. Yeah, I understand. I get that too. And you feel drained a lot. So you're way too open. You're like here, just come in and like throw all your stuff all over me. You know, like, yeah, you don't realize that. And I want to say it this way because people that like, oh my gosh, there's just always something affecting me. And I get it. I have had to work through that myself. We have to look at that differently. We have to realize, wait a minute, it's not them doing it to me. I've got my doors unlocked to my energy field. I'm just wide open saying, here, just come on in. But you don't really want that. So an intention for you is to make sure you're all closed up. Like, not to separate and be disconnected as much as energy's not being absorbed. You know, people can be all around you and it not affect you, but there's a practice and an intention and being aware that we're just absorbing it. Like we believe everything they're throwing at us, or we just let it all in like we're supposed to carry it. And I'm just bringing up these points that are super important when we're going through a cycle like that. Yeah, sick of toxic people. Well, yeah, just sick of toxic energy, really. Yeah, but what would you change that to if you were working on an intention or affirmation? Instead of I am sick, which is I'm abbreviated, what would you say different? I'm going to let you work with that, because we don't have to. We can choose, like, no, that's them. That's where they are. I'm going to be over here and I'm going to be in this mindset. And it can be challenging if it's in a very close vicinity, like you work with them, or family members or friends, or, you know, groups that you're interacting with. But it's possible. It's absolutely possible. So the optimism in this new moon with the manifesting and the intentions, this is a really good time for us to pinpoint these things. Now see, some of the stuff that's coming up is interesting because it's some of the T-square I was talking about earlier, or Chiron pulling up all these things that, you know, we're done with that. I don't want to carry that anymore. One of those would be, in this example, I don't want to be affected by the toxic energies anymore. So I am not affected anymore. I am going to move through it. We have to take a stand. We don't have to lash out. We don't need to do anything or say anything. We just need to make sure we're clearing and not absorbing it. And it takes effort. It does take intentional effort and a little bit of priority on your part, my part. I've had to do this. Trust me. I'm speaking from a lot of experience with this one because I am empathic. So I understand it. So it's just a matter of, we need to check, are we leaving our doors open to our energy field to let that in, to just let it soak in? Maybe we need to seal that up, put the intention on that. Like, I need to seal that up a little bit more to protect my energy. That's where this energy with the crab will help. The crab with the Cancer new moon, because the outer shell protects our sensitive inside, our soft inner sense, our soft inner being, our spirit. You see? So this energy, it's interesting these things are coming up because I really feel that you will find some work here that it's pulling all this stuff I'm tired of, and then at the same time, we don't want to be tired. We don't want to be claiming that. We want to say, you know what? I'm not going to let that affect me. It's going to bounce right off my hard outer shell. I don't need to get cranky with them. I just need to move on and not worry about what they're doing. I just need to do what I'm doing. It's important with empathic people, or if you're sensitive to things like that. I understand. So let's see here. I'm closing my door. Megan saying, thanks so much. You're welcome. So many good points. I think part of the fogginess stems from being infused with other people's energy, and I need to cleanse and focus on my own being. Yes. Protect the energy. Hey, Candace. Candace just popped in. Good to see you, Candace. Here's the thing. When we're empathic, and we don't know these skills, or we got to develop them or strengthen that protecting of our energy, it's very easy to all of a sudden realize you're so focused on what everybody else is doing, because that's how it's affecting you. If you were to think about it that way, that is the cord to cut. I'm so focused on what they're doing or saying or being or whatever, or their energy, that I'm not paying attention to my own. That's what I want you to hear right now. That'll be very, very helpful for you. You're focusing on, no, I don't need to be focusing on that. I need to be focusing on my energy that I want to resonate at, right? And so every time we find ourselves being affected by something outside of us, we're focusing on that. And that focus on that brings in more. It's like opening the door to it. If you thought about every time I'm thinking about what they're doing, I'm opening the door and letting it in, oh my gosh. See, that's a good way to really take it seriously, because this energy is about no, 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 I'm done with that. I'm keeping my door locked. You know, that kind of thing. Nope, nope, nope. So I'm helping to give you analogies that can trigger in your mind when it happens. Because just that thought of shifting it, like, no, I don't need to be focusing on that. I'm letting it in when I do that. We focus on what we want with our intentions. We focus on where we want to be. They can be the way they're going to be. You can't do anything about that. What you can do, and where you have all the power and what changes, is what you do here. So that's why we talk about we don't want to focus on things we don't want. That's part of that. I hope that's making sense. I really hope that's making sense, because that's probably one of the most powerful things you can do as you're busy in your work day. You're busy, you're out in a crowd of people, you're out shopping, you're around people. You can't just stop and go, oh, okay, I'm going to do my little shield bubble meditation thing. No, you just go, okay, nope, that's not mine. That's not where I want to be. And just remind yourself, nope, stop. I just need to come back here. At the beginning, it can feel like you're constantly doing it. I understand. But you have to practice to strengthen it. You strengthen the manifesting of focusing on what you do want, your intentions. This new moon has a lot of positive in it. It is bringing up the points that we're done with that. That's getting in my way. I'm ready for my new chapter. Remember that. Okay? Remember that. And go over and check out, please do, go over and check out, if that's something to help you, the moon manifesting that I just put up live on the site. It's a great planner. It's very detailed. It gives you lots of little insights. It never expires. You can use it with all the cycles continually. You can print them out as you need it. You can keep it. And then all the tips on how to write those intentions, all the tips on how to clear, it goes through that too. There's a section in there that will help give you some different things you can do for clearing, and which moon cycle you do what with. Okay, it's like, this is to strengthen manifesting what you want with moon cycles, especially if you're empathic or feel them. Yeah, I mean, you just do. And so why not work with them and be more knowledgeable and more aware? Like, you know, I hear all this, like, oh, this is a new beginning, but then we move on and we don't really apply. This is calling you to do something about it. Empower yourself. Give yourself this time and space. And you can do this in a private way. You don't have to let people know what you're doing. You know, you don't want to be getting shot down by naysayers. I understand that. They're not interested in it. You don't need to tell them. You just do what's right for you. We don't want things pushed on us that don't feel right. And the way we'd practice that is to not push it onto somebody else. It's just not where they are. But where are you? Where do you want to be? So I hope everybody enjoys this. Oh, thank you, Candace. Love you, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support for the show, guys. It really does help. And I'm really working hard to get some more tools in the website for you to help you, empower you, to help you strengthen the skills you're trying to gain as you go through your spiritual journey. We have a lot to look forward to with this energy. And I just want you all to know that you're loved. I appreciate you every time you show up. I mean, you're all showing up pretty regular, and it's beautiful. I see faces that I haven't seen in a while. It's just great to see you guys. Hi, Pam. I keep my changes to myself because of the negative comments. There you go. Yep, that's what you got to do. I mean, that's one of the things that sometimes as an empath, we think we need to over-explain ourselves or why we want to do what we do or why we are affected by it. You don't have to explain anything to anybody if you don't want to. I'm saying it. I'm just going to put that out there. sometimes we just feel like we owe that to them because we're processing their energy for them. No. Remember, if you are being affected by someone else's energy, you're focusing on it, you've opened the door and you've let it in. So that's a good one for you to think about. Once you feel it, instead of lashing out or whatever happens, and you might feel it a little bit that way, you're like, I need to close my doors. I left them unlocked again to my energy field. And kind of make it light and laugh about it. Like, I did it again. If you find that you got caught out, then clear it out and then lock your doors. Lock your doors. Trust me, it works. It really works. It works well. I want to say thank you guys so much. I love you. I'm going to let you go. It's noon. I got a big day here. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Please go check out what I'm putting up there. I'm putting up more. I'm trying to get them out there, but I'm really taking time to put something out there that's good for you. So go check it out. If you're on my newsletter, there's a coupon in there. Coupons in there that will give you discounts. I give that to the newsletter people, so if you're not on the newsletter, get on the newsletter so you can get the coupon. I love you guys very much. Thank you, Megan. Thank you so much. Guys, you guys are beautiful. You're so awesome. Robin, you are welcome. We're all on our way into the world. Keep your doors locked on your energy field. Clear it if something got through. And work on those intentions with this new moon. It's worth it. I love you guys so much. I'm going to let you go. I'll see you next time on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit